Warhammer 40k, at least here in Japan, is a bit of a niche hobby. It doesn't have the same brand power as something like Gundam, nor is it really as widely known and distributed as something like Pokemon. But what 40k does have is a tightly knit community, a group of both Japanese and expats who have taken the initiative to make their own events and tourneys. I have been going to these events and tourneys for the past year and have been enjoying it greatly. But there is one form of tourney that I have not had the fortune of going to, those being team tourneys. Now, for those who are somewhat familiar with competitive 40k, you probably know what a teams tournament is. A team of 5 to 8 players pitted against another team in a grand game of Yahtzee and rock, paper, scissors. I really always wanted to try this, and I have been unable to. Not because of any particular reason, besides the fact that I don't have friends. But with the new year came the announcement of a brand new teams tourney that was going to be hosted in the local area, a 4-man teams tourney. Now, this was something that I might be able to do. We made a few calls, gathered up a few people, and we formed a team that was called Ages T10 and up. There's this idea in competitive teams that your faction makeup should be a sort of Swiss Army knife of sorts, each team bringing these all-rounder lists that could correctly slot into certain matchups so that it would counter X list while another list would counter Y list. And so that begs the question, if you were to run into a team that essentially brought the equivalent of exactly the same list, what would happen? Team Ages T10 and up was a team built on one idea: to show up to a tournament with only toughness skew.
You disgust me.
The logic here is simply that they can't melt a gun all of us. So, with the team settled and our mission solidified, we began to craft our lists. It was the winter of December 2025 that the three of us gathered in a messy basement to discuss what lists we were going to bring. I say 3 because our 4th member, Eric, was unfortunately unable to make the meeting. That wasn't a problem, however, as his list was essentially solidified. It was going to be Demonic Incursion Chaos Demons. We're talking the full Sen here. We got Be'lakor, Skarbrand, Kairos, Rodigus, and Shalaxi, alongside a Bloodthirster and some Nurglings. The remaining 3 of us, however, had to figure out what we were going to bring.
So my name is Adrian, I'm 32, I'm from France, I've been living in Japan for 10 years now. 40k, so I've started as many people, I guess, when I was a teenager. 4th edition that was.
Adrian was our team captain as well as our anchor. After some discussion, we thought that the best list to bring would be the brand new Iron Hands detachment, Hammer of Averni. It would be sporting 6 Dreadnoughts, 3 Ballistae, and 3 Redemptor. In addition to that, we had the 10 brick of Assault Terminators attached with an Ancient that would give them reanimation protocols, as well as the stratagem that had -1 damage, so theoretically the thing couldn't die.
See, I'm 4 people have come on. I failed. Oh yes, I failed only 1. Nice. Okay.
Feel no pain for you, Adrian.
I feel no pain. 5 up, you correct. Correct. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
For good measure, we threw in a Knight Atropos because it was funny.
If you balance it on top, it's fine. Is it?
Yeah.
As in, it's fine here because my terrain is not sufficient.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Right.
I'm doing the holy over there.
Then we had me. I decided to bring a Tyranids list, subterranean assault, sporting 3 Norn emissaries, 2 Tyrannofexes, a Trigon, and the Swarmlord. Lastly, we had Luna.
Yeah, I'm Luna. I'm from Singapore. I came to Japan about 3.5 years ago, and that's the tail end of 9th edition, which is also about when I started playing Warhammer. First army I started with was Grey Knights, because I really liked the lore of Space Wizards, but apparently GW doesn't, so there goes that. Right now, I think I'm probably more known for playing Imperial Knights and the Imperial Guard. But the Guard, just the tanks. Not the infantry, just tanks.
Grizzled Company Imperial Guard. This list had 5 Rogodorns, a Lehman Russ Exterminator, as well as 2 Bulgrin bricks. That was the list.
Yeah, I mean, your list is pretty tanky as well.
Yeah, used to.
Have you been to any team's tourneys before, or is this going to be your first time?
It's gonna be my second time actually.
This is my first team's tourney and my second tourney ever.
So, with this being your second tourney, do you feel like this, as your second experience compared to your first, when it comes to the team itself, do you feel like you've upgraded in terms of quality of the teams?
I wouldn't say that.
To quote a friend of mine, we will certainly have fun.
I think we'll have fun. Will we perform well?
I'm not sure if we will win many games. Yeah, we'll have fun. We'll have fun at the expense of others, but we'll have fun.
Now with our lists fully constructed and settled, it was time for us to practice, which is what we would have done, except for the slight problem that none of our armies were actually painted. A majority of the week before the tourney was spent just painting, assembling, and basing our armies, getting everything up to battle-ready standard. Nevertheless, we did manage to make the deadline. And with our armies battle ready and our lungs full of paint chipping, we were ready to play some 40K. Tournament day was a bit of a mess. The actual event itself was fantastic. More so, what was the problem was the fact that I forgot my minis. I didn't forget my entire army. Rather, I forgot that I was lending to Adrian a couple of dreadnoughts that he would be using in his Iron Hands list. Also, it was not irrecoverable. I lived 30 minutes away from the venue, meaning that by car, hypothetically, we could drive across Tokyo, grab the minis, drive back across Tokyo to the venue, and we should be able to make it in under an hour. Except for the fact that we realized we were missing the minis 20 minutes before round 1 started. So we told our opponents that we would be taking round 1 starting on our time, hopped into the car, zipped right over to my place, grabbed the minis, zipped right back to the venue, and started round 1 with a 1 hour on our clocks. Now, 1 hour on a toughness skill list is perfectly fine. You actually have enough time to do your actions, to actually roll your stuff. It usually isn't that big of a problem. But we would have appreciated the time for extra thinking and planning, especially because we were going up against arguably the strongest team at the tourney. Our round 1 was against the team by Brush and Bolter, a team that consisted of both BCP regulars and players that would regularly travel overseas to Warhammer World events and so on and so forth. We were pretty nervous. Luna actually managed to clinch a win against Grey Knights, and Eric, surprisingly, drew in his mirror against Chaos Demons. Adrian and I, on the other hand, ate dirt. All things considered, however, losing in that fashion was not the blowout that we expected. our lists were doing well and our team was functioning. If against the arguably largest shark in the room we were able to perform like this, round 2 and 3 might not be as bad as we thought. Round 2 was a blur. The gamer chairs were locked at 60 degrees and we wanted to win. I was matched into Chaos Demons, a matchup that Eric has fortunately given me quite a bit of matchup knowledge on. The NIDS list performed very well. Monster Mash Demons can't screen as well as other lists, and I was fortunately able to 6-inch deep strike, drop my Norns where I wanted them to be, and flip objectives, scoring me max primary. Speaking of demons, Eric also performed amazingly well.
Bloodthirster. 7 attacks, 8 attacks because he's within range of the aura +1 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. All hits.
Alright, four up. It's 3 and 3.
So it's going to be 3 D6 +2, so 6 plus. That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Alright, he's dead.
We finished round 2 with a nice, crisp 4-0. This put us back into the running. Unfortunately not for a podium finish, but we could at the very least try and cinch out a positive win rate by the end of the day, which was a very exciting prospect for both Luna and I, who were hopping around our first team's tourney. Unfortunately, our performance in round 2 also put us on the radar of 2 of the larger sharks in the room. First, there was Team Giant Hobby, a team of all Japanese players who are all extremely talented and experienced. They were also showing up with matching jerseys, so a little bit of wee was coming out between my jeans. Then there was Team TIJ PCL, a moniker that I didn't understand and I had to ask the team captain for what it meant. Apparently, it was an Italian saying for if you can read this, you're stupid. Round 3 was announced. It would be Team ages T10 and up versus Team TIJ PCL. I ended up being paired into Dark Angels, piloted by a player by the name of Mikhail. Mikhail was, moderately speaking, insane.
Die!
7? Yeah. Alright, sure.
Die!
Kill it.
Mutant! Heretics! Die!
Die, just fucking die, filthy animals. The knights on the Tyrannosaurus right here. No. I have to shout again.
Alright, let's see.
Die! Just fucking die! 1.
The match was intense.
Starting with the Drasher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to just believe in the Emperor.
Okay.
The Emperor protects.
Alright, check this out. Okay, so they both go through. Winning on 2.
-1 to wound because the lion have the lion shield.
Alright, so 3. Alright, convert both. 2 3-ups, baby. Let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, you're crazy? Yeah! Oh my god!
Shit. Because I act like this or I'm shitting in my pants, man. Fuck.
I kept on scoring primary, but Mikhail simultaneously did not die. So, over here... He is having so much fun. Just like the fun I'm about to have when I pick up Storm Hostile Object. Fuck, actually that's really bad. That's garbage. Actually no, wait, hold on. Because you're battle shocked, right? 15.
Oh yeah, I have 0.
So I have this. Wait,
Yeah, you cannot take
so what happens in this scenario? For the second round, your opponent did not control any objective marker at the start of the turn and you control one. I just get 4, yeah. Okay, so I'll take it. I like it. Okay, so that take overwhelming is kind of garbage actually.
On shooting, right?
I have to kill stuff that you have on objectives.
Okay, good luck. That's definitely a good luck.
I ended up having one very lucky break in round 4. A Shadow in the Warp that ended up shocking all of Mikkel's Terminator units.
So basically I have one turn to kill most of your guys and then score points, or I'm fucked.
A little bit, yes. This meant that Mikkel missed out on an entire round of primary scoring, and I was able to pull ahead, scoring max on primary and finishing the game at a crisp 92-59. Unfortunately, our other games didn't go so well. They were all losses, but they were all close losses. To this day, I'm not quite so sure how the tournament scoring system works, but apparently, for the actual win-loss, it's not determined by how many teams win or lose, but rather the sum of each team's points totaled against each other. Wild Ages T10 and up as a team lost more than TIJ PCL, we actually scored a higher sum of points, meaning that technically we won round 3, giving us that 2-1 record. As we drove home, we began to reflect upon our team's performance and concluded that we made a pretty good team. If these 4-man tourneys continue being a thing, maybe there was a chance that Ages T10 and up could be a recurring thing. We would really like that to happen. But that's a story for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this little piece of insight into the local Japanese community, and if you guys got space in your carry-on, maybe consider bringing your army. Come down, roll some dice. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, that's gonna do it from me. Thanks for watching.